Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Nick Gardner. This is Riley, and I wanted to do a quick little video about service dogs and mental health, and mostly shed some light on an organization that is really close to me and has meant a lot to me within this past almost year. So, a little bit about myself. I was a Marine Corps veteran. I was with 3rd Battalion 7th Marines. No shit. And I was in Iraq, Afghanistan, and I came home on my last deployment in 2010. Unfortunately for me, I didn't come home with all my friends. As the case with a lot of us, it sent me into this downward spiral of drinking, smoking, and everything else. I didn't know what to do in life. I was lost. And I think I speak for a lot of people that have been there, done that, and been in my position that the easy fix is to go back to Afghanistan. So I started contracting, and it was an easy fix. Unfortunately, every time I came home, I didn't want to be home. I was still doing that mental spiral. I know all my relationships suffered. I couldn't hold one down. Everything was bad. So, little would I know, a man that I met in 2014, another contractor in Afghanistan, would become a big part of my life later on. And his name is Travis Hall. A little bit on that a little bit later. So in 2016, I was still doing, the downward spiral every time I came home. I didn't want to be home. So I just kept going back and back and back to Afghanistan because it made it easy. So I ended up getting my girl here, Riley, at 12 weeks old from Wolfsbane Canine. I did a lot of research. I worked with a lot of canine handlers, so I just picked their brains. She was really like my first Malinois and my first essentially dog that was purely trained by myself. So when I got her, I had no intention of training her as a service dog. It just one night I was feeling sad. I was alone, and she came up and she curled up on my lap, and it for some reason it meant the world to me. And then she would do this lean where she'd come over, and if you're just sitting there, she'd like fall on you and lean against you, and then just look at you, and it broke me out of that spiral of sitting there not knowing what to do, and like, oh, hey, there's this little girl here. So I started training her as a service dog, and she took it very well. She's a jack of all trades. She's probably smarter than me, so I can't take all the credit. Anyways, in 2020 or 2021, Biden had pulled us out of Afghanistan, and again, a lot of us had lost our jobs, and again, it did that downward spiral. I felt lost again. Fortunately for me, I was a year prior, I had started racing with Grid Life, doing time attack. So I had a little bit of an adrenaline kick while I was home racing my car, and it was great. Unfortunately, when the race season ended in October, I was back to not having anything. I was sitting on my butt waiting for, anything. I didn't know what to do. I was alone, it sucked. I was getting a tattoo actually by a guy named Milton Chavez. He owns Grace and Glory in Murfreesboro, and he's a mutual friend of Travis Hall, and he had mentioned to me that he had started a canine rescue. So I haven't seen Travis since 2014, and I hit him up, and I ended up meeting up with him again, and it was good. And it was like no time had passed. You know, he welcomed me into his home with his family, and he had started this amazing organization called Second Chance Canine. So he had all these dogs, and it's wonderful. So he originally had fallen in love with Riley, and it just straight up. I mean, if you've ever met Riley, she's amazing, and I love her to death. And yeah, so anyways, Second Chance Canine, how he had started it is a rescue organization where they rescue German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, and Dutch Shepherds. They rescue them from very extreme situations of either they're about to be euthanized, they're in really bad home situations, or they're just owner surrenders because a lot of people that get these dogs can't handle them. So what he does is he rescues these dogs and he retrains them as service dogs. And it's something that means a lot to me because if I never had Riley, physically I would probably not be here. I can count almost on two hands a bunch of occasions where, you know, I've struggled with mental health. I've wanted to end everything. Fortunately, one of the last thoughts that always goes through my head is, what is going to happen to Riley? So, having her has been the best thing of my life. So, backing a organization that helps other people like myself means a lot to me. Travis does really good work. Oh man. Travis does really good work, and I love working with him and all his dogs. And for somebody like myself that has struggled, having her means the world to me. So I implore you, excuse me, if you're struggling as a veteran and you know what it's like from how I'm describing it, please apply, hit me up, hit the rescue up. Be more than happy to talk to you guys. We love training these dogs to be service dogs to help veterans like myself, and it's a wonderful feeling. It gives you a sense of purpose. You go out into these public places that you're normally anxious. You don't want to go out, and having her with you just gives you a job. That's really all everybody needs, is they just need a job where you're not focused on the world. You're not focused on everything that's going on, because you have this little furry four-legged creature that is looking at you saying, hey, what are we doing next? And it's one of those things that, you know. So I'm gonna end this on a good note. I want everybody, please go over to the Facebook page, go over to the Instagram, the YouTube channel. They're called Second Chance Canine. Go ahead and give them a like, a follow, see the videos. Travis is putting out a lot of good stuff. He has a Patreon page as well. I'm a Patreon member, even though I work with him. I donate $10 a month. It's not really that much. It's, you know, unfortunately nowadays it's just like a big bag, you know. Please go help them out. Go support them. For my birthday, that's all I want. I want everyone, if you can, donate $1 if you can. It means everything in the world to me. His rescue is something that is amazing, and I know once once everybody sees it, they will, you're just going to fall in love with the dogs as well. So for myself and Riley, I think there's somebody outside the door. We're on a Royal Caribbean cruise right now, enjoying this week, just me and her. So yeah, we're gonna go hit the pool probably, and I hope everybody has a great day.